Welcome back to Texas Cable News. Gadget Guy Dave Mathews back again to show us part 2 of his list of goodies he found at the Consumer Electronics Show. Thank you for coming by again.
No problem.
Let's start with this one. We talked about it last time. We had an example. This is so cool.
The last floppy thing for your computer was a 5 1/4 floppy disk, right? And they still call the little ones floppy disks just for whatever reason. But this is the floppy keyboard. And it's made out of silicone rubber.
This is a keyboard.
It's a keyboard for your PDA. So normally when you have a handheld device, you have to use a language called graffiti, which is written in using a stylus into this device.
Right.
But these keyboards are made to fit several of these little handheld devices, whether it be Palm or Kyocera, the smartphones, you name it. So now you just take your device, plug the little keyboard onto the bottom, and it's very matching. And now you can type away. Now, you can't really touch type with it, but you can do a pretty decent job. This is a company called Man & Machine that's released this product, and you can buy them online today. A lot of the stuff I show is far out, but this stuff you can get. It's real. It's at man-machine.com, and it's only $69, which it's about $30 cheaper than some of the other keyboards that have been available.
Can you just roll it up?
You can just roll it up, and if you want to go surfing, there's a neoprene case. So here, hold that for me here.
Okay.
You just roll the little flexible keyboard up, pop it in your neoprene, and then you're ready to head off to the beach.
Okay, let's talk about round 2 of the goodies from the show. Plasma screens. I know just enough about these to know that they have nothing to do with blood.
That's true. That's true, and they're very expensive too. They're normally like $10,000. They've just come down to about $6,000. But look what I'm doing to this plasma. I am actually running my finger all over it.
Wow.
If I came over to your house and did that to your husband's $10,000 screen.
He would kick your butt.
Exactly. But this is, remember Sega, the video game console company? This is an add-on from Sega on a Pioneer plasma screen, and it's interactive fish. So how boring is a normal computer screensaver of fish? But when you can taunt them, then it's getting cool. So they talk about applications for this being boardrooms where you could sit and draw out your
boring stuff,
quarterly earnings or something.
If you're not into taunting fish.
That's right. But I thought that was pretty neat. I was the only one there pushing on that screen, so everybody freaked out. But look at this plasma. This is even more expensive. This is about a $40,000 plasma screen because it's high definition. Wow. And if you can see, it's kind of hard to show over a video camera. But the reason why that is so cool and why it was working in high def was it was using a blue laser LED. And when we watch DVDs today, they're done with a red laser. Now, audio CDs are not even a laser at all. It's just a red diode that's pretty finely tightened.
Okay.
But with blue, you can now get 30 gigabytes of storage on a single DVD. And 30 gigabytes equals about 3 hours of high-definition programming. So if you think about this, fast-forwarding, you'll be able to record, instead of on VHS tape, in the future you'll record high-definition TV to a DVD.
To a DVD?
Yes.
How far in the future are we talking?
It's still about 2 years away, but it's amazing. You can buy an Apple computer today and Compaqs and Sonys that have a DVD burner. They only store 4.7 gigabytes of information, not a whole lot. Well, the blue stuff does 30 gigabytes. So think about archiving music, and it's just going to change the way we store data.
I'm going to lose my husband forever to these things.
That's true. If you haven't lost him already.
Home theater remotes.
Well, when you have all this technology,
of course you need a remote for it.
Right. And the remotes that come with it, they're pretty sophisticated, but maybe you can program your TV and your VCR, but you really can't do anything. Look at this. This one, it's like a Palm Pilot, but all it does is do remotes, and you can set up macros. And this is a Philips Pronto, and these have been out for a couple years, but they've been black and white. This one's color, and it's backlit. Cinema by Bob.
Cinema Bob.
You can push one button, it'll dim your lights, close your drapes, turn on your TV, it does what's called a macro. So you can do all this at once. So push your button once and everything gets set up for you. And the only thing we haven't done yet, and I've got a team back in the lab working on this, is integrating the popcorn making into this.
They're working on that?
Because how do you do this?
I really can see the application for that in real life for a lot of folks who, you know, when you have a babysitter come over.
Oh, exactly.
And they have no idea how to work.
I do Post-it notes.
Yeah, baby.
Touch here, touch here, touch here. And
this one does the sound.
I've got little yellow Post-it notes all over.
Let's talk about these big dashboard screens you saw.
Well, organic displays, it's LCDs that they actually grow. They grow crystals. And look at this thing. This is, again, a Pioneer technology, and it is color, but it's weird shades of color. You can do real color, and you can do these organic weird colors. But this is an example of a glass cockpit for your car. And that's the big thing now with planes. I don't know if you ordered any planes recently, but the glass cockpit, the kids seem to like. So this is a display for the car, and there was a link in there that had the whole dash of the vehicle was this organic display. Now, if the dash is a little too absurd for you, you can even get it in TV quality here, where these are little 5.5-inch organic displays. What's neat about these is they don't need backlights. The displays glow themselves, so they are very low power consumption, and they're very inexpensive to make as well. So we'll see little displays on our watch, you'll see them in your dashboards, you'll see them all over the place. I think that's really neat.
Very Jetsons-like. Global positioning for the PDA, huh?
Well, you could buy, if you buy a new car, you can get OnStar, which is to push the button, they'll tell you where you are. But it really, people think that's a privacy issue because they have to tell you where you are and they read back to you. But why not take your PDA, which is a compact iPack, or you have to have a Windows CE or Pocket PC device, and your PDA already knows where you live and where your contacts are. Just pop that into a cradle.
So your PDA can tell you where you are?
Your PDA pops into a cradle in the car, and that's this company called Portit. And a little brain, there's the brain, that goes in your trunk, and the brain contains GPS and a cell phone network. So now it's using your PDA in conjunction with all this technology that's floating through the airwaves to really bring it all together. Now what's cool about this is OnStar costs about $1,600. Well, this system's only $900, and it uses your PDA to give you the direction. So no longer is someone yelling in your ear to tell you when to turn. So it's it's still infringing on your privacy, obviously.
Somebody still knows where you are.
Somebody knows where you are. But you can use your existing Windows CE device to say, I want to go from home to work. And if you forget where you work,
it'll help you out.
It's going to help you out.
Let's not run out of time. The portable music composer.
Yeah, there's a company called Mad Player, which music rights is a whole mess now. Who owns what music to the record labels, etc. Well, the Mad Player is what people want to make their own music. And the music you make will never be the same. It completely randomizes, and if you don't like the beat, you can push a button and jump to the next. But what's neat about this is there's a little memory card in the back of it. So if you do like the song you make, you can store not so much the whole music, but the notes of the music. You can email them to friends, and you can become a musical...
And they can tell you that it's really bad, that you should delete it. Okay. Best in show.
The best of show was the Moxie, and this is a network TiVo. And TiVo is the most used gadget in my entire house. It lets you record movies and television shows to a hard drive. But what I hate about it is it's only working in the living room.
Right.
Now Moxie, it's a networked appliance. So what this means is you put one in the living room, and then in each of your bedrooms or your office, you put little secondary receivers. They all feed off the mothership. And they either feed via the same coaxial cable that you have in your house, or this technology called 802.11a, which is high-speed wireless data. This is the first true application of this outside of internet. But these little boxes all relay each other, and not only can you play television and watch 4 channels of satellite TV in all different rooms, but you can also rip your music to this, you can play DVDs to it. It'll find the shows that it thinks you'll like. You see there's a full on-screen menu here. The great thing about this is the person that invented this, Steve Perlman, he spent about $1 million on an integrated home theater system. He said, hey, no one's going to do this. So this is a device. It's under $500. It'll be available this fall. And it does everything that this Bill Gates dream home does.
Wow.
And Steve's had hits before. Steve invented the Web TV, which was bought by Microsoft for a lowly $425 million. So this is another...
Poor guy's hurting. We hope he hits on this one.
That's right. So I love it because it puts the TiVo-style technology in every room. It's the Moxie.
Makes it even easier.
That's right.
Dave Mathews, Gadget Guy. Good to see you again. Thanks for